Hey, so today I want to talk about the process of getting seller repair credit from Lennar. So, for those of you who haven't watched my other videos, I'm in the process of buying my primary residence through Lennar. They're the builder, and what's nice about new build is that they give you a lot of incentives, especially if you use their lender. So, I'm using Lennar Mortgage, which is their in-house lender. So, I'm buying it through Lennar. It's a Lennar home, and I'm using Lennar Mortgage and they're using Lennar Title to close this deal, right? So they're, for the most part, pretty vertically integrated, right, in this deal. So pretty much an incentive that they give you if you use their lender to keep the loan in house is that they'll give you $40,000 in seller credit. Sorry, not seller repair, seller credit. And what's nice about that is you could use that for many things. So you could use that to cover your closing costs. You could use that to pay for your solar panels. You can use that to prepay for HOA for a year. You could use that to make upgrades on your house, right? If you want to upgrade the flooring, if you want to upgrade the backsplash, if you want to upgrade tile, or you want an accent wall, whatever that is, you can use that money for upgrades, right? So for me, I'm doing all the above, right? Because I have $40,000 in Lennar credit, which is a significant chunk, right? So for context, I bought this for $900,000. I'm putting 5% down, which is $45,000, and I'm getting $40,000 in Lennar credit, right? So if you were to subtract that, essentially I only put 5% or $5,000 down to get this deal between me and my fiance. So that's $2,500 each to get a new property, right? But albeit our monthly payment is gonna be high, and that's not to factor that my realtor is a friend, and she's giving me her commission as a favor. So effectively, this home I'm almost getting for free, right? So I'm getting this Lennar new build home for almost $0 out of my pocket, right? In a sense. So let's backtrack. Sorry, I digressed there, but I'm getting $40,000 in repair credit or seller or Lennar credit. So let me break down how I'm doing it. So number one, closing cost is roughly around $9,000. General rule of thumb is 1% of the purchase price, so it's 900,000 is what I bought it for. So 9,000 is my closing cost roughly, right? So that's $9,000. So let's just make it 10,000 for simplicity. So 10,000 covers my closing costs. So I have no closing costs. HOA, I'm allowed to prepay a year in advance, and my HOA is high here. It's actually two HOAs. One is for the amenities, so there's a nice pool, there's a security guard, there's a gym, there's a lot of parks, so that's $300 a month, and then the other half, 300, is for the maintenance of the roads, the driveway, or the road, the trees, the landscaping, all that stuff. So that's $600 a month. So you times that by 12. So that's about $7,200, I believe. So I have about, let's just make it $7,000 prepaying HOA. So I have free HOA for a year, which is nice, right? The next portion is on all new builds in California, you're required to have solar panels. So my townhome has solar panels on it, and I can either use my credit to pay for the solar panels or finance them. So for me, we decided just to pay them off ourselves. So the solar panels cost around, I think, $12,000, and that should cover my they said it covers about 80% of your electricity, but it's just gonna be me, my fiance living in there, maybe one other renter if we decide to house hack and rent out one room. But at most, there's gonna be three people, but for the most part, it's two. So I anticipate having very low electricity bill. The only thing we're probably gonna pay is water and gas, right? But everything's electric. I have an electric car, so if I charge it, it's there. So that's another about $12,000, and then whatever is remaining, roughly around $13,000, we're using for upgraded flooring. So for me, this thing comes standard with just regular carpet. I don't like carpet, right? Like for the most part, I don't like carpet because it gets dirty. You have to replace it, and it doesn't last long term, right? Unfortunately, we're Asian, so we take off our shoes before we enter the house, right? So that should keep it clean. But if I have standard tile standard carpet. There's no additional cost, right? But if you want luxury vinyl plank flooring, which if you follow me, you know that I'm very big on luxury vinyl plank flooring, especially for my rentals because it lasts a long time, looks modern, looks clean. It's tenant proof. You can spill water on it, you can scratch it, you could. It's pretty resilient. It's easy to install. So I wanted to put LVP flooring in the whole house, first floor, second floor, and third floor, but that costs way too much because when you use Lennar to use they kind of upcharge you a little bit, right? Like for example, just to do flooring, I think on like the first floor, the second floor, which is just the bathroom, the kitchen, the family room, the living room. I'd probably say it's like, because the whole house is only about like 1,600 square foot, I think, and the first floor is not much. So I think literally it's just like 700 square feet, right, on the third floor, 700 square feet on the second floor. And I most of my apartments that I've added LVP flooring to is about 700 square foot, and it cost me, like in Oklahoma, like just to do LVP flooring on 700 square foot, it's only like maybe $3,000-4,000, but they gave me a quote of like $10,000 just for the second floor. I thought, to be honest, for like $11,000 I can get LVP flooring throughout the whole house, right? But for $10,000 I only can do like the second floor, which is the most important. That's where I'm mostly at, right? Like you want LVP flooring in the kitchen, the family room. I think those the biggest areas, right? Doing LVP on the staircases is way more labor, way more expensive, right? So what I'm doing is, let me break down my flooring upgrade. So what I'm doing is when you enter the foyer, the first floor, it's not much. It's just standard tile, so that's free, right? And then the first staircase going up to the second floor, um, we didn't want to go out of pocket for LVP flooring staircase. Like ideally you want that staircase to be LVP flooring because it's high traffic, but because I didn't want to put money out of my pocket, we just got upgraded carpet. So we got like a premium carpet, which is a little bit more sturdy, durable. But I know over time that's gonna get dirty because like you're walking up that staircase a lot, right? It's kind of a high traffic area, so at least we got upgraded carpet there. Second floor, the whole second floor, which is the bathroom, kitchen, family room, dining room, the main area, your main living space. That's all LVP flooring, which is like $1,000 or $10,000. And then basically the third floor up, the staircase leading up to the third floor, which is where the bedrooms are, that's just standard carpet. And then the whole upstairs um, is just standard carpet. And then the bathrooms upstairs are just standard tile, right? So pretty much basic stuff. So all that, it's free, right? And I think because we want to use all of our repair credit, we got like this like carpet padding, which was like $500 for everything, just to make it softer. Like whatever, it's use it or lose it, so might as well use it. So for basically like about $12,000, we got everything was standard. The third floor was standard. Staircase to third floor standard. First floor was standard. The staircase from first to second floor was upgraded carpet, and then the entire second floor was upgraded to LVP flooring for about $11,000. So that was nice. Like it's free money, and why not, right? Like I think on the third floor, that's carpet. It's fine having carpet on where the bedrooms are. You might have to replace that maybe every 5-10 years. And then the staircase leading up, that also might need to be replaced more frequently as well. So that's just a cost that you have to bake in. But if I'm planning on living here 5 to 10 years, it might last that long, right? Because we walk without shoes on. So I think that it'll be good in terms of that aspect. So, kind of summarize all that. I know that was a lot. But for me, flooring is the most important. Like, backsplashes, that's pretty easy to do. Like if we want to do backsplashes ourselves, like we could actually just pay a contractor to do that. You're literally just gluing on a backsplash in the kitchen. It's nothing fancy. And we just thought, okay, maybe after 5-10 years, if that backsplash area gets dirty, then we just can like put a backsplash there to make it look clean, right? Like, so right now it looks fine. Once it gets dirty, we'll add a backsplash, make it look clean. So breaking down once again how we use the seller repair credit, and you have to delineate this on the purchase contract, right? So Lennar will ask, how do you want the breakdown? So roughly again, breakdown is 9,000 to cover my closing costs, 11,000 or 12,000 for my solar panels. Um, I prepaid 1 year of HOA, which is roughly 7,000, and then I used the rest to do upgraded flooring in the house, right? So predominantly the second floor is all LVP flooring, and then we have some carpet padding and premium carpet for the staircase from the bottom to the second, right? So that's how we did it. That's how we broke it down. So hopefully this gave you some value as to what it's like to, buy a new build home and to pick your options. It can get expensive really fast, so don't go crazy. Just keep it simple. And like you said, as long as it can last you 5-10 years and later down the road, you can upgrade it yourself, right? You can get your own contractor, get your own handyman. They can replace it for you at a much cheaper cost versus using the builder like Lennar or DR Horton, or Toll Brothers. They're more expensive because they have higher overhead costs, and they're going to throw that higher overhead cost back to you. So try to keep it as simple as possible. Like if we got no credit whatsoever, like I probably would have just allocated it towards, for me, getting your closing costs covered is important. Paying for your solar panel is important, and then HOA is important. If I had no extra money, we would have done no upgrades. We just would have had standard carpet, standard tile, standard flooring throughout the whole house. It would have not looked as pretty, but hey, in maybe 5 years or 3 years, if maybe the second floor is not looking good, then we'll just add LVP flooring and pay for ourselves at that time, right? So don't go too crazy with these upgrades is a key message. Hopefully you found value from this video. Once I move in, I'm going to do a video of my new house. So stay tuned for that. I'm also going to document if I'm there for the inspection, like what we did, what the process is, what the experience was, because I want to be fully transparent with you guys, as always. Please let me know if you have any questions down below. Love to answer the questions in videos. And please share this video with somebody who would benefit from this, and hope to see you in the next one. Thank you so much.